What is up, Janksters? It's your boy Graham, also known as HamHawks42 on the internet, and today we are going to be discussing one of the fundamental building blocks of Magic the Gathering, and that is the ability Flying. Flying is a pretty straightforward mechanic. The way that it operates is any creature with flying, like the Windrake that we have pictured here, is only able to be blocked by creatures with flying or creatures with the ability Reach. And what that means is it's evasive. This is a basic evasion ability that there are a number of different evasion abilities out there. Flying is one of the most common. As a result, it is a very effective ability because troops that do not have flying, or creatures that do not have flying, cannot block the flying creature, so they can get in for damage pretty consistently. However, because flying is relatively common, it's not uncommon for your opponent to also have flying creatures, and so that's an interesting dance that you have to use with your opponent. It is very useful in combat because creatures with flying obviously are more likely to be able to strike your opponent's life total directly, but they also have an added benefit of being more useful on defense because they can block opponents' flying creatures. So it literally gives a kind of a three-dimensional aspect to combat, which is very fun, frankly. And that depth is part of what makes Magic such a great game. When you are using flying creatures, it is very important to watch out for a couple of key abilities. One is Reach. If you're playing on Arena, creatures with Reach do not have any visual cue to show that they have Reach, whereas creatures with flying, the card will hover off the board slightly, which is kind of cool. It gives a nice little visual cue to how the card works. Creatures with Reach, however, don't have any indicator other than a small icon in the corner, which is there. It looks like a little bow and arrow. So if you see that, be aware that your flyers may not have the clean line of attack that you hope they do. So that's one thing to be aware of. The other thing is there are targeted removal pieces that specifically only touch creatures with flying. Those exist. Cards like Broken Wings, for example, is only able to hit creatures with flying, or artifacts and enchantments in that case. Or cards like Plummet, it specifically says destroy target creature with flying. So if the creature does not have flying, it cannot be targeted by Plummet. If it does have flying, it can. Those cards are very narrow in their focus, and so are very rarely used in competitive scenes. However, in limited environments or in more casual environments, you may see those, especially if flying creatures are much more common. So be aware of that. Those pieces of removal are something that you do need to watch out for. So that's how flying functions within Magic. Like I said, it's fairly straightforward. If you want to see more videos like this, please don't hesitate to leave a comment below letting me know what functions within Magic you would like to know more about, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you on the next one.